Hey guys, what's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'm going to do back-to-back two videos right now. One from the sample and another one from a full bottle. So first review, as you can see from title, is going to be an Armaf fragrance, and the fragrance we're going to be reviewing today is Armaf Radical, or rather known as Radical Blue. So they have a Radical Brown, I believe. There are two so far I've seen. Maybe there's one more. I'm not sure. So I recently got this one, and I heard a lot of things, good things about this perfume. People asked me to review this line. You guys understand it's not possible for me to review every single fragrance because I do not have so much money to spend anymore. Usually on the fragrances, I actually try to buy the ones that I really like, and I try to review if people lend me their bottles. That's how I do reviews nowadays. So the fragrance today, I will let you know what are the good sides, some negative sides, as well as let's say performance, price, seasons to wear it, and if it's similar to Versace Purum and Versace Dylan Blue, which I heard in reviews that these fragrances similar to. I have both of these fragrances with me, Versace Purum and Dylan Blue. Both of them are very top sellers, like two of the top sellers from Versace, and I do not have so many fragrances that smells like Versace Purum and cheaper. And there's one fragrance, Chanel Allure Sport, but that one is three times the price of this. So I will see if we actually found out an alternative to Versace Purum, or this fragrance is a different fragrance altogether. So the packaging is very impressive on this one. It's not like a paper packaging, which is always nice to see, new kind of a packaging. And it says it has a lot of patterns here. It has Armaf Radical EDP 100 ml. This bottles only come in 100 ml, I believe. It says Armaf Radical. Back you will find it's written here, made in UAE, always a good thing. And this is almost like a jewelry box. And another thing I really like about this box is not all the way circular. It almost feels like a Toyota Vios kind of a steering wheel, kind of sporty. The base is like flat. Up there you're driving. I saw it long time back. I drove a Vios in 2014 or 15. That one had a very sporty steering. So this fragrance inside the bottle stays like that, where this is the cascade, and I have taken out the bottle in case it drops. Very nice, sort of a, got not really big cushioning, I would say, but bottle is pretty secure in there. And outer layer of this thing looks like basically snake skin. Okay, here, this part looks like snake skin. The bottle is pretty nice. It almost reminds me of Midnight in Paris bottle. Very cool looking bottle. This above part, I think, is a plastic casing above the glass. This is glass. This is plastic. And this side, they maintain the snake skin sort of pattern. Even on the cap, it has that. The side also same. The back, it almost looks like a little window, which some of the Perilis also has. I think the juice color could be blue. I could be wrong. And it says EDP 100 ml, Armaf Radical. You can pick it up by the cap. At the back, it will have the batch code, and its production year was 2018. It will mention here. And bottom, you get the sticker and all that. So very nice. I mean, got good weight to the bottle. The cap, if you take it out, it does click onto place. Yes, nice little cap. The sprayer is newer Armaf sprayers, the silver one. It has Armaf detailing up here, right there, and a pretty nice decent sprayer, I would say. Okay, the cap has some weight to it. Let's spray and talk about it. I have this on my skin for some time, and let's spray this and see what we get. Great spray, great atomizer. So this fragrance, I think I have seen couple of reviews from both Indian reviewers. I'll put their links below, you can check them out. They have done good reviews on this one. So I saw the review and I was like, let's try it out, let's buy this. I got a good deal. I'm like, let's buy this. So first of all, when I spray this for the first time, um, to my surprise, it doesn't smell at all, to my nose, with all due respect to everybody, doesn't smell like at all Versace Puro or Dylan Blue at all. It smells like a blue, fresh, kind of like an opening, very pleasant, seaside kind of opening. Sweet, almost reminds me something reaching towards Hawas or Invictus, but it's not a clone of those, okay? So it has the sweetness of those fragrances, and it has this very blue, very strong opening. It's like a very oceanic, it's like a strength of waves, that sort of a feel. It has a very likable and lovable opening. I think this is one of the best openings in Armaf fragrances, which doesn't have any chemical smell, doesn't have any alcohol or syntheticness. Okay, it smells very beautiful, very aromatic, kind of like there's citrus, there is blue notes, there is something like oh wow, it's more and more I sniff it, like let's say you layered the sprayer, like two sprays, you get that opening even a lot more stronger. You get that kind of yeah, you can kind of see that Chanel Allure sport. I would say a little bit of that, not really Versace Purum. You get a little bit of Chanel Allure sport creaminess of that in this, but Chanel of course is much better quality than this and much more creamier than this. So I do not get the neroli from this, but I do get that orangey sort of a citrus, kind of like a sweet opening, fruity opening, which is also aquatic. So that is the best part of this perfume. Okay, really, the opening is really lovely, and I was waiting for the dry down. And the dry down, what happens is after 1 hour or so, it comes suddenly close to the skin. It does have good performance longevity wise. I think one of my brothers from India, I think I'll put his channel name below. He's recently I've been watching his channel a lot. So Yaser Feet Frags, I think his channel called. I'm so sorry if I cannot say that properly, like correctly, but Yaser Bhai said this smells like for a long time. Longevity is good, but projection is kind of mild that no one really smells. I would say I would imagine this fragrance would last on your shirt, on your neck better, and it has kind of after 1 hour it becomes kind of like a very uh, how to say like something like polo blue. It has oceanic sort of a feel. It's not very prominent sweetness like you get from some of your darker fragrances. This is very light, airy kind of fragrance. So you get good longevity. Agree with Yasir Bhai, but also I'll agree that this has moderate projection. So longevity wise, I'll give it like 7.5, but projection wise, it will get like somewhere 6.5. So not the best projector, but for the price, if you look at 20 something dollars, under $30, um, this is kind of good fragrance. As he also said, it's from office for office. I would actually agree to that. This is going to be perfect gym, office, school scent, where you're not going to be, or even interviews, you're not going to be like um, let's say offending anybody, or in the lift everybody smells this, they're going to really like your smell. They're really like, it has some musk on the dry down, it has something like a floral on the dry down, which I really like. It has tonka, so kind of like same family as let's say chrome, and then Hawas, kind of like Versace Purum, kind of like Chanel Allure Sport, that family, but it has its own distinctive smell, but not unique enough to call it like a totally brand new release. But one thing good is this is not really straight up clone of any fragrance. Okay, you smell this, you not say like, oh, I get 100% Hawas. You can say it's similar to something, but you're not gonna say it's identical to something else. Okay, so the comparison between Dylan Blue, I can see something on dry down, because it has some elements of Dylan Blue, but if you know Jimmy Choo Man Blue, it has some similarity to that. And then Versace Purum, I would say it's a different fragrance altogether. Absolutely, absolutely, like this is a legendary perfume. Like forget about everything else. If you just talk about this, even today, brand new release, if it was, it would sell still, because it's such a beautiful, pleasant smell. I would say the longevity of this one is less than Armaf, but it projects a little bit more than this. This one will project like a beast for 2 hours, then disappear completely. So in that way, you can say like the price of this is half than Versace. So you shouldn't even compare these two. But I think it's a great fragrance with a nice little bottle here. I really like this bottle presentation, the box, and then the sweetness, the creaminess from it, the tonka, I think there is some sort of green apple in this as well. So you get, altogether you get some aquatic, oceanic notes, some lemon, some musk, you get some apple, you get some what do you call uh, uh, floral notes. So basically that's the kind of perfume this is. It's masculine, it's pleasant, it's safe, it's gonna be good for, let's say, dating, casual dating, school, college, office, gym, once again. So it's a good fragrance, but not 10 out of 10 good. Okay, so I'll rate this highly. I mean, for Armaf, it's not a bad release. Some of the good things are sprayer is good, bottle presentation is good, third is smell is kind of unique, but not totally unique. So not a bad release after all, but not I would say one of the top 5 Armaf in my opinion. But for the summer countries, if you're looking to spend $25 around there, trying to get 100 ml EDP, which this is not EDP strength once again, this one more like EDT, but good fragrance. If you do not have so many fragrances in your collection, just start collecting. I would think try to get Armaf fragrances. They are good quality. affordable, and they smell quite nice. So Armaf Radical or Radical Blue, I would say for the smell, 7 out of 10. Longevity and projection, if you make it sort of like an average, let's say 7.5. Versatility, good for summer and spring, office, gym, those kind of areas, but do not wear these high class parties. I mean, people can tell, like, either you're not smelling like cologne or you're not wearing very high end niche perfume. This smells very much like typical cologne smell, but much better grade than body sprays. Okay, I also remind you a little bit of David Beckham classic blue, perhaps Azar Chrome Legend. It's in those categories, but much more smoother and creamier. So overall, this fragrance I'm gonna give it 7.5 out of 10. Armaf Radical Blue. Check it out. Decent release, good release. Good fragrance for everyday casual usage. That's the review for now, and I'll be moving to the second episode. Good night.